Spirit TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Good morning. This is Elevate Television Morning Digest Edition. My name is Muiruri, and before we get into what we're about to do, I want you to think about the following things. We have a 98% mobile phone penetration in Kenya currently. 43% are adults using internet, and in Kenya alone, 65 million people is the number using, and growing, is the number using mobile phones. We'll be discussing about mobile phone technicians and the technologies that are emerging. But before we do that, remember that the drill. We normally do this drill. Pick your phone. The link is already out. Mine is ready. Yep. On Facebook is out. On YouTube is out. So kindly let us share. Let's all share the link. It's already out on Facebook. It's out on WhatsApp. And if you have not liked the Elevate Television Facebook page and YouTube page, please like it so that you can have always, they will show you, you will always get reminders, and you will always get, you get the current programs that are running, and you will be reminded at every time, and you'll be sent all these links. Send it to all your friends. Remember, the opportunity in mobile phone technicians is for today. My guest is Bolton Majale, CEO of Boltech. Is it Boltech Institute?
Yes, Boltech.
Boltech Institute. And I want you to look at the camera, introduce yourself, and then we shall run.
Good morning. Thank you, my host. My name is Bolton Majale, founder of Boltech Training Institute. And Boltech Training Institute is that trains professional technicians, and Boltech is here to offer the skill.
I tell you, Bolton, the data alone is just something to think about, and I hope you went through that. I mean, this data is available for you. Now, before we go into many things,
yes,
I want to just know about you. Where do how did you get into this industry? How did you think, why not selling phones?
Yeah, mine is a story. When I was growing up, I was someone with much interest in electronics. Because at home I could connect batteries to light. Growing up country.
Every boy, let me tell you, every boy is a technician.
Yeah. So when I growing up, I could connect batteries by then. Growing up country, we didn't have electricity. So I could connect batteries to have light in my room.
Wow.
And so immediately after high school, I did electronics engineering.
Oh.
And from there, I really, I'm also curious in trying something new. When mobile phone, by then I didn't start direct from with fixing, being a technician. I used to work for my uncle who had a mobile phone shop. So we used to do sales of accessories and selling new phones. From there is when I developed interest, because I see there's a gap, because we did have technicians. So it's something that I started now practicing. And also my uncle invited some technicians from, by then it was called Hair Electronics. Hair Electronics came and gave a little technical know-how how to fix mobile phones. But I'm kind of a person, I do so much research. It comes to electronics is when I developed interest, and I decided going deep into doing fixing mobile phones.
It's amazing that how people go into certain areas.
Yes.
Interest just shows up, or right from, and you just find your niche. And tell me, what do you think about when somebody, like now how you found your niche?
Yes.
That's a key importance there's a key importance in one finding their area instead of being everywhere.
Yes. When I also developed this interest of fixing mobile phones, on my part, because there's so much, I ensure that I saw, when you're going into, if you say gap, try to reduce hassle to the clients. Look for solution, be a problem solver.
Yeah.
That specific the line have you decided.
And the phones are getting spoiled a lot, eh?
Yes.
People spoil their phones. Now, we'll be talking about why they get spoiled, first of all, because some of them, I think, is bad handling or anything, but we are going to look at that. Tell me, with the current statistics, all right? 98, and this is old data, by the way.
Yes.
98% mobile phone penetration in Kenya alone.
Yes.
And at 45 or 43 to 45% of these are elder. They are what you call adults who are using internet.
Yes.
That's just 45. The other percentage is what we call the young, right? And 96% of all these phones in the country are smartphones.
Yes.
So with all that huge data and huge niche, what is the need? Can you try and just in your mind say how many technicians do we need to handle this market?
And I'm happy because you have the statistics. At Kenya it is at 98 penetration. The entire Africa is at 91.
Yes.
Meaning that Kenya
is ahead, by the way, in mobile phone penetration.
Yeah, is ahead.
They have actually, that has been said even by the world. There's a global research that has literally just shown Kenya is ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
And I've been always be guided by the statistics. And the challenge when I was coming up, me, I've worked with Nokia, I've worked with Samsung as a technician. And when I was working, sometime our school setup, when I was growing up, most of us were trained to be employed.
Yes.
But when you go to employment, we don't think out of the box. Because me, when I was working, I could see the gap. And by then, we didn't have also professional training anywhere. Because when I was working with Nokia, they could hire trainers from Dubai, come do training for a month or 3 months within. We do examination, go back to the mark, they give us a result, giving the certificates. So within, I could see gap. And also before also joined Nokia and Samsung, I had no much respect for phone repair because I just took it slightly, it's something just to survive. But when I joined Nokia and Samsung is when I came to learn this is a profession. And when I looked around the whole country, we didn't have, the government had not introduced, and I didn't see anyone has taken up the initiative to ensure that we train young boys and girls how to do this. So from there I developed interest of now, because when I left Samsung, now setting up my own business, I've seen good out of what I've been doing. And I saw that this one I can also impact other lives, because even myself, even have survived on being a technician, then other people also can benefit from this. And from the statistics, it also shows that, and by then I was working on Samsung, by then we only had one service center that was serving the whole East Africa.
Wow.
So we were under much pressure from morning to evening, from 1st to 31st.
Hey, tell me, it's people, somebody who said when you uncover something, that's when you know what's inside.
Yes.
You are looking at it from a point, you are looking down on it until you went to Samsung.
Yes.
that means your mindset, your perspective on phone technician was very low.
Yes.
But then, could it be the reason we still are having people who are not looking at it as a career?
The good thing currently, you know, when
And I'm asking you a very direct question.
Yes.
Do we still have people who look down on phone technicians?
Yes.
Because, you know, it's in the way you're bringing it out,
Yes.
the way you came to realize, oh my God, this is a whole career.
Yes.
That means this thing here is sitting here as an opportunity, but people are looking down on it.
True.
Oh my God. Please, don't look down on some things. We are going to be talking about mobile phone, professional mobile phone technicians. And this man trains them. He's worked with the best, trained the best, and is still among the best. So tell me about, and when you talk about the service center you had, which was one in East Africa, that means all the phones in East Africa that were Samsung were coming to that service center.
Yes.
Well, you must have been very, very, very busy.
Busy. That's why even you could, if you bring your phone at the service center, could stay there even for 6 months.
Oh
before
my.
it being fixed.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so that I saw that as a challenge because we were lacking enough manpower. And the lacking manpower, that means that we lack professional technicians in the market.
Yeah, because that manpower is people.
Yes.
I tell you. Wow. I'm just getting open. My mind is getting open. You know, so tell me, what does it take to gather the skill of a professional mobile phone technician?
Myself, I've been guided by Israel system, whereby I go for interest.
You have to have interest.
Yes.
Now I want us to begin to break it down.
Yes.
So number one is interest. You have to have interest if you want to get into the industry.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Yes. And I advocate.
Pick your pen and paper. We are going to get some help here.
Even I advocate more for girls because in China, if you go to Apple Assembly Center, the higher percentage is girls. Okay. You know, girls are believed to be high productive because
highly productive. Yes.
Yeah, because I
hope you're not looking down on the boy child.
No, I'm not looking upon the boy child because I've had myself also have workshop. I've never experienced this. When you have boys around, the technicians, on Fridays disappear.
On Fridays?
Yes, and they were early enough, and by Monday they come contaminated, most of them. Girls respect. That's why even most factories in China they employ women because they're highly productive. Productive in they also have high concentration when it comes to giving best man.
They come contaminated. These boys.
Boys, that's a bit challenging. They're hardworking, but that's not the challenge we have with boys. That's why I always advocate that girls take up the initiative and also become mobile phone technicians.
Wow.
So, with this industry, as I told earlier that myself, I had not even had much respect for whatever I was doing because I took it as Kali and something that just to survive on. When I joined Nokia and Samsung is when I learned that and these service centers are now owned by Indians, and the head of us and had already discovered what is inside this.
It's amazing industry. That what happens is that people just need to be exposed to an opportunity.
Yes.
When I sit here every Wednesday, I look forward to expose an opportunity to someone.
Yes.
And today, I tell you, this mobile, technology, mobile phone technician is going to be something. Tell me about So you said number one is interest.
Yes.
Number two?
Number two, you also have to be disciplined, because now there's a point I missed out. When I was setting up this college, because
we'll come there. Don't worry about the college.
Yes.
I want you to first tell us. We are looking at what do I need to come to your college.
Yes.
Yes.
My main is just interest.
Interest.
Yes.
If I have interest, I can join.
Yes. Once you have interest, I'll ensure that you become a technician.
Wow.
Only.
So
because
interest.
you can also be able to read and write. You can be able to read and write. But now I have now set up levels of repairs, because there's some who cannot even read and write, but they can communicate. Because in mobile phone, before we had an issue of fear that this thing will come to an end. But is it expanding? Technology is really expanding.
Technology is increasing. By the way, technology is growing and growing, because and because of that, I'll ask you this question.
Yes.
Is it just about opening a phone and checking and then putting it up, or do you have different types of what you call of repairing these mobile phones, or each phone comes with its specific kind of handling?
No, we have different levels. We have different levels, because the levels that no need to open the phone. Yes.
They just need software.
Yes. And maybe, if you go to like iPhones, the Apples, if the back glass, in most cases also break, and you can replace without even opening the phone. And you can just be specific. People know, and you are known for back cover replacement. Yes.
For iPhones.
Yes.
So the question number one I want to ask you, when you are setting up a school, and you set up the school and you got the people, let's talk about the school now. Do you have different levels of training?
Yes.
Where you train, this one is for this, or this one is for this, and then give me the kind of what you call hierarchy, and then maybe what is the highest and what is the lowest.
Yes. We have different levels of training if it comes to mobile phone repair. We have level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is about settings, how to replace a battery if the battery is worn out. If you go to level 2, so to level 3, now you handle the motherboard, how it comes to soldering. You can change IC on the motherboard, you can do this and that. So we have different levels of training. And also, when the most students come on board, there's some who come for specific, to want to learn that specific, because some are already technicians, but they want now to learn that specific thing about mobile phone. So we have that breakdown of levels when it comes to mobile phone repair.
So the kind of and I can can somebody come from just a specific thing and go out?
Yes.
All right. So you have created that flexibility.
Yes.
What is your recommendation? If I came, I have interest, I just showed at the door.
Oh, my recommendation in most cases, I always advise that you just start from the scratch. Because most people come on board, maybe they want to learn a specific thing. There are some who have learned from other technicians. So from the process, there's something that missed out within the training. With the school setup is different from learning from
an individual.
Yes.
We call it apprenticeship.
Yes. And where we give we give you the whole procedure, because if you are learning this, you have to learn about communication, about the business aspect of it, entrepreneurship, the whole course. So when you come out, you can either be self-employed or you can be employed. And if you are going to employment, you are able to meet the qualities.
Let me send you the first bomb. we have Mr. Google.
Yes.
You know Mr. Google?
Yes.
Mr. Google knows everything.
Yes.
He knows even how to change diapers. Why should I come to your school and I have Mr. Google, that great teacher?
We have. You know, let me give you a story. There's someone who the other day came to my office. You know, if you I believe you have a car, and when the remote's not functioning, it is a matter of changing the batteries. And things have advanced. Technology has advanced. So there's a guy who had a Range Rover and wanted to change the battery for the remote. So the guy knew how I normally do it. It's just simple. When the mobile phones came to market, we used just to remove batteries. Even you can do it by yourself. You can book from the Google. But now, this is a matter of, these are very delicate stuff. Do you know why clients fear technicians? You know, I can't lie to you right now. Technicians have a bad name.
Okay, we'll come there.
Now, that's why I want to answer your question.
That one I don't want to touch now.
Yes.
So that we'll clean that name today. Today
Yes.
we'll clean it. From here, we'll clean that name here.
Yes.
So, okay, in your view, why should I not go to Mr. Google and learn how to repair a phone? And what is the disadvantage? Because some people go to that.
Yes.
Let me give you a story so that you understand.
Yes.
One time, somebody had a car. So he wanted to go and it was having some challenge. So he wanted to go and have it checked.
Yes.
And this brother shows up akamwambia, hii kitu ujasoma online. And so the guy told him, no, buy this spray, spray hapo, and then, no, you know what happened? That car and so when they went to the garage, they were told, okay, this thing you put actually caused a clog inside.
Yes.
And it is not used for that, it is used for this.
Yes.
And we really discourage that because that is used in the West. It's
Yes.
not used here in Africa.
Yes.
Because of the weather.
Yes.
You understand? And so this man nearly lost his car because of Mr. Google.
Yes.
So why should you discourage me from learning how to use a mobile phone? I mean, how to repair a mobile phone from Mr. Google?
That one I discourage.
Or encourage?
Yes, yeah. I discourage because, you know, we need professionalism. Professionalism. You know, sometimes people Google, you know, you Google online, but now if it comes now to applied direct, the practical part, you not manage because in Google, even if you Google, you go to some videos, they're very fast how they do it. So you apply the same thing that you're seeing on Google and you ending up messing up your phone. And you know, these gadgets are very expensive. If you mess up this screen, like this phone, you'll end up not spending more than less than 30,000. Why should you go to Google? The instruction you have been given, even class come to us that have Googled, this is how supposed to do it. There's someone who messed it the other day, iPhone 14 Pro Max, because going to Google, how to do it. Let me do this and do that.
It's called do it yourself.
Yes, that's why we encourage come to professionals, come get the right skill, so that when you handle these gadgets, you handle them as professional, so that in most cases even people end up creating short in these phones, and you lose a phone that have costed you 100,000 easily because of Google, because of shortcuts. Yes.
So you literally encourage, go take it to a professional technician.
Yes.
Don't just do your thing because you will lose your phone.
Yes.
And I agree with you because if you try to do that thing,
yes,
you'll be in trouble, Bana. And let me ask you an interesting one, because sometimes our current education system, you said it is geared towards employees, not employers.
Yes.
And of course, there's no school that teaches mobile phone technology apart from Boltech.
Yes.
And maybe another one that has showed up. What do you want to say? Because I think we need to think about the education system, because it seems like we are not teaching our people how to become productive. We are teaching them how to become people's workers.
Yeah. You know, normally also in Africa, we wait for the Western to come and introduce, or we are supposed even to do it by ourselves here. You see an opportunity and you don't take up in, you know, that stigma and how things have been set up. You cannot, most people, they go for the courses that already the government has introduced.
Actually, it's true, because you find even when you tell somebody to go to college, they are going to think about courses they know.
Yes.
Courses nobody wants to venture out of those courses.
Yes.
And you remember, even you, when you are growing up, you are being taken to school to become either a doctor, a pilot,
yes,
an engineer, a lawyer. Those are the courses, and we really respect those. We respect those professions.
Yes.
Because they are there, and the people who have thrived in them. But then, if we all become that, who will prepare their phones?
That's the challenge now, because that's why we are suffering. We had no professionals in the field.
Every man of God must remain focused in the ministry.
A pastor needs prayer, care, love, and encouragement.
You have to have a mentor, someone you can be able to obey, to love, to submit to.
What these pastors and leaders should do to create the right culture.
The most powerful thing a pastor can do to his people is teach them. Being accountable to an authority is not weakness, it's strength.
On Encourage a Pastor, we share real and authentic conversations that intend to give solutions to a pastor.
If there's a minister out there are character issues, don't push. Don't keep on ministering. You won't be fruitful.
In the body of Christ, certain wives have given up because probably they feel they haven't gotten the right leadership from their own husbands.
We need to learn to know our husbands after the Spirit.
I'm telling you, don't quit.
Catch Encourage a Pastor every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Lozi Christian School, Kasarani, provides the very best in educational child care. We offer pre-primary education, that is baby class, PP1 and PP2 from ages 3 to 6 years old, in safe and cognitive stimulating environment to provoke the creativity in your child. All these founded on a strong Christian setup. We are located at Life Church International Kasarani, situated between Kenya Tents and Farmers Choice Kasarani, off Kasarani Wiki Road, along the street between Powerset Supermarket and Total Petrol Station. For more information, contact Gladys on 0758 396 110 or 0734 628 808. Lozi Christian School, a foundation for the future. In Pillars of Faith,
These truths that we bring out every week around the Word of God, they are meant to strengthen our faith.
Time is a consequence of light. The light you have will inform the time you'll be in.
we seek to fulfill the mandate of the Great Commission.
The purpose of God for believers is for formation of sons.
What are the pillars that we need in our lives?
Bearing fruit is spiritual maturity.
Yeah.
You cannot bear fruit if you're not mature.
That is our agenda, motivation and intention.
Introduce Jesus into the matter, and your times and seasons will shift.
Pillars of Faith, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
welcome back, and we want to take this chance to apologize for a technical hitch, power surge that has come through, but our technicians have come through, so we apologize for that. Those who may have left, please come back. We are still online, and we really apologize for that. I was asking you, Bolton, what should we do, because everybody is becoming only those courses that are there. Yes. And we are not becoming technicians.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was giving you this story. The late Magoha.
Yes.
He once said something that was very interesting. That man was something. He was a guy who think outside the box completely.
True.
And he said he was in Kisumu and he couldn't get a plumber. He couldn't get a plumber.
Yes.
He had to get a plumber from a from another county, and it was an old man who he was told there's a guy who is a plumber, so and so. He went all the way to Busia to get him. And then he said, because everybody became a lawyer, because everybody became this, we forgot that we needed plumbers, we forgot we needed electricians, we forgot we needed people who have technical skills.
Yeah.
And so would you echo the same?
But I'm happy Kenya are learning the same, because from my college, graduates have come to acquire a skill. And also when Corona came, challenged people, even people discovered they don't want to have jobs. When Corona the year 2020, and the good thing about my institute, we did not close, because people are coming to now to acquire the skill. People now are looking for that now. Yes. And Kenya diverting now, because you see most graduates, you graduate, and the government, those people go after graduation who are being absorbed in the employment, on 10% out of 100%.
Out of 100%, they say it's not even 10. It's less than 10% are absorbed in what we call the job market.
Yes.
The other 90-something must find their way to earn a living.
Yes.
Or do something, and the Uber driver is tired. Is not everybody goes there, but then we cannot all be Uber drivers.
Yes.
And with all due respect, that is. I want and think about. Let me think about this. A technician. Let me just give me this. A technician.
Yes.
What are the opportunities, or before we go there, and what would you say would be the pay of a technician? Do you have a standard pay, or or a technician determines what he gets?
That can determine what he gets by, your hard work. Your hard work, how the level of your skills also. We have reached a point where now level skill, whatever you are doing, the level you are, the higher you pay. Because you have mentioned even about plumbing. For going for a whole course of plumbing, artisan level, diploma level is 2 years. But now we broke down, if it's plumbing, if it has specific, you break down into levels, so that also depending on the level of education, you learn and you fit where of your level. That is what I'm saying now about a technician pay. Is also depends how you package yourself.
Okay. That's well said and done, because in Kenya we have to ask how much does a technician get. But when I look at it, a technician makes as much as he wants, because you see, he will repair this one and he decides the price. There is no standard price there. He decides the price.
There's no price control.
This is 1,000. And so because you need your phone,
yes,
you have to give 1,000.
Yes.
And get into this. Because of time, we may not be able to talk everything about these technicians.
Yeah.
And what would you say about technology, the emerging technology, and the technician? What should a technician do with emerging technology?
With technology, you need to improve and do a lot of research. I myself, whatever I'm doing currently is about the research I've done. Because the level, whatever I'm doing right now, I'm doing screen refurbishing, and I'm doing screen refurbishing for edge phones. I did not go to China. I had to do a lot of research for me to also to compete with the technology. Whatever is being done in China, I can do it here. And also reinvesting in what you are doing, because you know, with technology, you also need to invest in good machines. You know, we are, you know, the entire world we are competing, and as we compete, we need to keep ourselves with the best skill and best technology for us to be on the same level with the other developed countries. So I always advise technicians, either they come, if you want to upgrade your skill, you can come to our institute, because we have equipped ourselves with the best and latest technology.
Wow.
In regards to phone repair and computer. So, and we not only even that we are doing also a CCTV camera. The camera being used here, also doing the same training
for
because
repairs.
Yes, because you know, when you're going for mass communication, so you know, we have hardware part of it, we have software part of it. So we do all this training. So, and you know, even the cameras are being used right now. Now, latest technology.
Yes, there's latest technology. Tell me, do you guys have an association? Where you know some, you know in Kenya is a place of associations.
Yes.
Where you lobby together.
Yes.
Do we have something like that?
We are in the process. We haven't achieved that, but we're in the process.
You're in the process, yeah, because you need to be able to deal with all mushrooming, because everybody can become a technician now.
True.
You said something earlier on that technicians have spoiled. The name of technicians is spoiled. You said it, not me.
Yes.
Is it that they are the ones who spoil, or is the people who spoil it?
Because lack of professionalism in the field. Because the way you put it, the quick money, people want to go for quick money. There's no price control when it comes to technicians. And some have come to this industry with a lot of expectation, but they have no proper training. So, you know, most clients have made these people of trial and error. And they spoil clients' phones innocently.
How can you spoil innocently?
You know, because you are dealing with something that you are not very conversant with. At the same time, you don't have proper training.
You're intending to make it,
yes.
But you don't have the training to do it.
Yes.
The skill to do it.
Yes.
So, yeah, that has happened a lot.
Yes, and you know, glad I've met these people. You've seen phone repair somewhere. You go in, you come out crying.
But then you see the challenge is, like you're saying, we don't know who is professional, who is not. Because if he says it's a phone repair,
yes,
you just go there because you don't know if they are professional or they are not.
Yes.
So why I asked you if you have an association is so that you can certify professional ones.
Yes.
So that people can be told, don't go to this kind, go to this kind, they are professionals.
Yes.
And I think there's a need for that body to come in and be able to also work with government.
Yes.
Because of regulations.
Yeah.
It's also good to work with other bodies, because I'm sure even those new organizations that are coming into the country, so you know, all these new type of funds, instead of coming with their own technicians, you can be part of those what you call franchise technicians.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, because if we all don't, if that doesn't happen, you leave it as a field where anybody can come in and go out at will. And you'll be in a position where tomorrow, even if I see you, I'll say, these guys are crooks.
Yes.
These guys are thieves.
Yes.
You know, we have, in Kenya, we have what we call a wholesale dealership, where you sell everything. If one technician messes you, all technicians have messed you.
Yes.
So the body is important.
Yes.
The organization is very important, and so you need to think about it on that. Now, the role of what you call apprenticeship training. how do you teach how do you start, how do you train? Do you train one-on-one, or do you put up a class and you just do demonstrative?
We have a workshop setup. We have a syllabus that we take you through. So, and we also improved to be workshop-based training for you to learn well and acquire skill well, so that when you leave, you are competitive. And at the same time, is a school setup, and ourselves also do phone repair. And do through also interacting with our clients, you gain that confidence to deal with this.
Let me ask you the giant question,
Yes.
in our day and time. Do you do online training?
We do.
Because you see now, somebody will say, nah, me, I'm in Machakos, so I'm in another county. Machakos is near. I'm in another county.
Yes.
And I want to learn. Can I learn online?
We have done that even before, and we're still doing it. Because if you have done training, people from other countries and counties like Eldoret, Mombasa, so we do online training also.
Wow. Hey, let me ask you. What we were saying about spoiling the name, so it's not it's the technician because of wanting money. But now, why do you think, and I want to ask you this, why would they spoil their name? You said one wants to fix it and they spoil somebody's phone innocently.
Yes.
And therefore the need for professional ones. Now, when you train your professional technicians, do you just teach them repairs of phones, or you also teach them other business skills like customer care, finances? Do you teach them, or what do you do?
That is a college setup, and when our syllabus, it has all those aspects: communication, customer care, entrepreneurship. With that business aspect of whatever they're doing, we are training that because we want also our people who live our place, people who will be problem solvers, not problem creators.
Not a problem.
Yes.
Not them
so
being a problem.
we really ensure that they will take them the whole process of our syllabus, to ensure that they learn this technical skill and also learn business part of it, communication, everything.
Because the customer care aspect is lacking.
Yes.
And it's something. Now, we have the issue of, I'm rushing you because of time. You don't have time. We have the issue of data protection.
Yes.
And I bring you my phone, and my phone is a private gadget. So that means I have to give you passwords.
Yes.
So that you're able to access the phone and sort out what I need to be sorted out. Yes. How do you guys teach your people to protect client data?
Yes. And I still go back to professionalism. The things even the question they posed to me, some of us when we started this were ignorant. And there's something it really costed me while working with Nokia. Yes, the customer gave me password. Now, there's that specific handset had an issue. I had to give out to these guys, the technician out here now. The technician gave the phone. What he did software, and he decided to use the phone. So when the phone came back, it only had information, a different person information. The client information was lacking, and I had to pay East Africa data handlers to
recover.
Yes, retrieve the data for the client. And that experience I had myself, I had to ensure when I'm packaging this course, to ensure that a customer data is protected. And I will train these people to respect a customer's privacy. That is among key issues that we always ensure that. And by doing that, we train them when setting their own workshops or a bigger place anywhere. They're being trusted client that can trust them, employers that can trust them with whatever that handle. Because right now mobile phone is everything. When I mess you with mobile phone, your data, even most people even fix their phones because of data. So it's a key issue that we all, when it comes to training, we ensure that we train them well on that, so that they also it's against law.
And by the way, data protection is a serious matter. You can go to jail.
Yes,
for infringing on that right of someone.
People have gone. People have been arrested. People are still there in jails because of data.
Wow. So you teach your people how to take care of data.
Yes.
And while we are on that, what would you tell people or tell me how to protect my data on phone?
To ensure you do backup on your Gmail. If it's Apple, to your iCloud. Ensure that you sync your data. Make sure that you make backup even on weekly basis. Because when you lose a phone.
And when we are talking about data, we are not just talking about contacts.
Yes.
We're talking about maybe some passwords you put in place.
Yes.
Okay.
But now, when you're setting up these gadgets, ensure that you set up even password that you can remember easily, you yourself. But it should not be common to everyone, but ensure that, because once you forget your password.
There's somebody, you reminded me, somebody said, I forgot the password. I don't remember.
And there's no way we can save you when you've forgotten your password. It's among data protection, and there's no way we can.
While we are at that,
yes,
the issues of security.
Yes.
What do you say about the phones that are stolen and they find their way in technician shops? Somebody grabbed a phone and took it to a technician. Technician, I think they flash it, and then they use it or they sell it.
That's why we advise people just buy new phones. That now going, we also have certified sellers of pre-used phones. We have people like Badili. Yes, they're certified pre-used phones because they follow the procedure how to be able to sell a phone that already been used. Because you're going anywhere, running up and down, because running for cheap phones, you find a smartphone going for 100,000 and somebody giving you 20,000. Think twice. Because phones that have been snatched or be stolen anywhere can cost you lifetime. You can go to jail lifetime because...
I know a human being who went there.
Yes.
He went to jail because there was actually not even... You remember, there was, I will not mention names, there was a celebrity broadcaster who was robbed at gunpoint.
Yes.
And so this robber took the phone, took it to the wife. I don't know, they went to, flashed it somewhere, took the phone, took it to... But then I hear there are things that don't change in a phone, like the IMEI number.
Yes.
You need to tell me what that means.
Yes.
So went, gave it to the wife. So they tracked that number.
Yes.
They came to a place and they found a lady using it. In fact, that's how they arrested the gentleman, because they discovered he was the husband who gave her the phone.
Yeah.
And so that time there was a big campaign by government, don't buy used phones.
Yes.
Is it that there is a ready market, or is it that...
if it comes to smartphone, there's always a red market.
Oh.
Because everyone wants to be equipped with a smartphone. Everyone wants to be equipped with a cheap, cheap smartphone. So most people run to technicians, run to people selling second-hand phones, but you have to be very, very careful when it comes to buying. You have also to confirm the ownership to be able. That's why these people, these companies that are selling pre-used phones. The first thing, they have to confirm ownership before they buy phone from you, because they are going to sell it back to the market at a cheap price compared to the new one. So the full due diligence to ensure that they are getting this phone from all the procedure. They have to make sure they get it right to ensure that when I take care, when I've come to buy phone from you, I have to ensure that it's yours. And I have to do that procedures to confirm it, indeed it's yours.
Wow. So you really discourage buying used
I
phones?
really discourage because people
you may
suffer
get
a
into
lot.
trouble. On the same matter of security, what do you have to say about, I brought my phone into your shop, you tell me these spare parts cost 10,000, and you know very well that this is a second-hand, this is a lower quality spare part, and then we put it on people's phones. These integrity matters.
So, but when you are dealing with a professional and a honest person, a honest technician, we always tell you different levels of spares. We have different qualities. So sometimes you are given what you can afford. But you also, the best thing out of it is that you are informed. When you make a decision, you make best what you have been told. The original one goes for 20,000. The high copy is going for 10,000. The lower quality goes for 5,000. So that you make a decision.
Wow. So what about that matter of the matter of somebody just putting in what you call spare parts that are not right, not substandard? Let me use that word.
I know that one happens, but it happens to, the challenge we had before. Most technicians were not respecting their clients, and that really they also spoil a technician name because of people that they want to earn a living out of. End of the day, you must have money in your pocket. So people could go for those cheap spare parts without informing that whatever that I'm replacing to your gadget is of this quality.
All right.
So you leave the place not satisfied, and ending up now even tarnishing the entire team of technicians that are not trusted. That's why I've told you that we are training people to be professional people who can, when you go to the workshop, they should not even hide anything from you, because we are in the era whereby if you come to spares, we have difference. Even to go
different
to garage,
levels and costs.
Yes.
Tell me about, now that you've said that, I've seen that there's a way to dispose of old mobile phones, and especially the ones that have batteries.
Yes.
That means they're hazardous.
Yes.
How does a technician protect himself? Because I don't find them with helmets.
Yes.
I don't find them with leather jackets like you.
Yes.
Joking. I don't find them with any protective gear. And should it be there in the first place?
Now, that kind of experience that I had now while working with Nokia and Samsung, even me, at one point I didn't much put emphasis on the protecting working area, because we have ESD gloves, ESD jackets, ESD shoes. Because when I was working Nokia,
ESD?
The ESD charges. People have got to technicians. Technician open a phone in front of you, but after putting back, it doesn't power again. And people have different level of stresses in the body. The hardest stress, the high ESD charges in your body. That's why you see someone opens a phone and ends up, after assembling back the phone, is not powering at all. So we have those ESD mats everywhere. And also about this, right now, we are working how technician how they dispose batteries. That comes to e-waste. E-waste?
Yes.
Management.
Wow. So there is a protective gear, and there
Yes.
is also key. Wow, I think as we begin to wind down, I
Yes.
want to ask about what are the challenges that technicians, or you as a technician, go through?
A lot that's poses a
Or the
challenge.
money is okay, so you don't mind about challenges?
No, the challenges, even our first challenge is price control.
Price control.
Because there's someone, the way a screen that, the phones will have different prices. There's a phone that going for 2,000, there's one going for 10,000, there's one going for 50,000, there's one for going 100,000. So about spares is a challenge.
Challenge is spares, and you don't have challenges of clients.
Yes. They're not there. Challenges.
And challenges of technicians who are not honest.
Yes, we have service centers. When you buy Samsung, you're given a warranty. And the warranty means that when a phone has a problem, you go back to where you bought it.
Well, we cannot say everything.
Yes.
But we can only really thank you for being here with us. I want you to look at the camera. And I want you to speak to somebody seated at home. They are asking, what can I do? And before you do that, we want to thank Kefa Momanyi, who is tuned in. Gary is tuned in. They are listening to you, looking forward to what you will say. I want you to look at the camera and just speak to somebody who may be just at home saying, hakuna kazi.
Yes. Let me take this opportunity to encourage the graduates who are at home, who are graduated from the university, from colleges, and you are jobless. At Boltech, we go for interest because, we have trained graduates. We have trained employed people who are challenged with corona. We train people also who are in business. Currently we are living in a world that you have to equip yourself with a skill. And even you can go further, even to equip yourself with several skills. If it comes to my industry, mobile phone and laptops, right now the basic gadgets that you must have around, and from the statistics shows that mobile phone tech penetration and computers shows that it is at 98%. That means that 65 million Kenyans, they're having these gadgets, and these gadgets are prone to break down. We need, in this industry, we need professional technicians. Come to Boltech Training Institute. We train how to fix mobile phones, computers, CCTV cameras, these professional cameras. We are concerned so much to equipping our generation with skills that we can apply around in your environment.
Where is Boltech?
Boltech, we are here in Nairobi at Information House, 3rd floor, room 304, room 305.
Well, I think that's what we could say.
Yes.
I really want to thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time, and even in your busy schedule. I know you may have missed a class.
Yes.
I'm just joking. And just thank you for that opportunity, opening our eyes that, this is a career that somebody can pick up and a skill that one can use for the sake of their growth. I want to thank Kiki, Kefa, Gary, and all those who are online and television, just to be with us and follow through. And Bolton, I think we are so grateful. We hope when we call you back again, you will come.
I'll come.
Well, that's all we could do. Elevate Television, advancing kingdom lifestyle, and always, every Wednesday morning, bringing opportunities to your doorstep. Don't lose the interest to stay on Elevate Television, and we are expanding our coverage. We'll be bringing you good news in the days to come. So keep it Elevate. My name is Moses Muiruri, and I was with Bolton, and all we can say is have yourself a great day, and God bless you.